In this video, I want to talk a bit about my personal wish list for Pokemon Unite. As we all know, currently it's struggling a tiny bit for multiple different reasons. The main reasons because the developers are not really updating the game properly. So I just want to talk a bit about my own wish list and what I would like to see, in the game change and how to make the game more fun or things that I would maybe consider doing. I think the first thing we have to, of course, talk about, are the developers, right? I think there needs to be more communication. Of course, we got like the developer letter, but besides that, there's just like zero communication from the developing team. Of course, I know it's difficult. It's a Chinese, company and stuff, and there's no really, I feel like, some big English representation when it comes to Unite, but I think it's something I should really consider. The only thing we get is like they announce that we get a skin. They announce that, new characters come out, not even on time. Like often the Twitter of Unite, the English one, is so far behind the Japanese ones. And it's kind of weird how there's like just zero communication from the developers whatsoever. It's really scary. I would like to have like a bit of a roadmap and to make sure that I know, they're actively, doing something for the game. It would be quite nice. And then, of course, the favorite part is the ranked mode. The ranked mode is, I think, the main reason why Unite might be held back a tiny bit. Of course, it's also nice. Let's talk about the positive parts about the ranked mode. It's fast. You just queue up, you find a game very fast, you play a 10-minute game, you go next. Everyone gets their ranked rewards. Everyone is happy about getting their ranked rewards, right? But what suffers a lot through it is like actually getting people in the ranked that they should be in, right? In other games like League of Legends, for example, the ranking system has like a lot of categories as well. Iron, bronze, silver, gold, platinum, emerald, diamond, and then the top rank, right? So they have a lot of ranks where the entire player base gets spread around. In Unite, it's pretty much anyone can make it to Master. Like, someone in Bronze in League of Legends can make it to Master rank in Unite, which just makes the game quality much lower than it could have been, but it improves queue time. So that's always what we have to keep in mind, that if we want to have stricter matchmaking and a better ranking system, the queue times will increase, which for a 10-minute game is also quite risky. I used to play Wild Rift, and Wild Rift was like, I literally could not find a game at some point anymore. I was 30 minutes in queue for like a 15-minute game, and everyone is going to stop playing if they can't find games anymore, right? Pretty straightforward. So that's something, of course, you have to keep in mind. So getting to Master should still be something possible for, I think, most people. But, if you should not get to Mastering with a negative win rate. Straight up. Having a 45% win rate and getting to Mastering, being in Master rank, is just not healthy for anyone to actually really enjoy the game. The game quality is just so low from it. Another thing for ranked, which I would like to see, is getting rid of trio queues. Having 3 people queue up for a game before the game even starts. So what I'm talking about is, invite your friends or whatever, your teammates, and you go as 3 people instantly into a rank game. You queue up for it. It's the worst quality games I've ever played. There's always one side that's instantly stronger, right? 60% of your team is already made before matchmaking, which the matchmaker just can't really do much about as well. Just going to match you against another trio queue. The promise that one of those trios will always be instantly better, right? Straight up. You always play with people similar to your skill if you queue up, right? Most of the time, at least. So one of the trios will pretty much always be at a higher skill level than your opponent. So I would like to see like a solo queue game mode. Just get rid of trio queues or make it a separate something. I don't know, make like a teammate, like make like a 5 ranked queue and then like have a solo or duo. I think duo is okay. I think it's also quite difficult sometimes to deal with, especially if the duo queue on the enemy team is 2 good players playing together. It can be very too difficult. But I'm okay with duo. And the next thing is, of course, we need bans in ranked. We just need bans. I know a drafting system is something I really want as well. A drafting system is on the wish list. But for now, my biggest wish is just getting bans for ranked. So that both teams can at least ban one Pokemon. So when OP things happen, the community, the game, or the players of the game can actually ban out like Mewtwo, Zacian, Lapras, Umbreon, Absol back then, Glaceon back then, right? If something is overpowered after a patch, then we can actually do something about it. And I think that's totally fine. We don't need a draft system to, see, or like to have you don't need a draft system to have a ban system, is pretty much what I want to say. And I think in general, the rewards for ranked should maybe be also reworked or be a bit better. Like, people should be, like, the game should make you want to play ranked, right? The problem is that everyone gets Master so fast, everyone just gets their ranked rewards so fast that like no one really cares about playing the game too much. I wish they would bring back a free skin as well for ranking, or just anything really to make ranked a bit more attractive to play and keep people actually interested in playing the ranked mode. So I think that's the main part about ranked. Balance patches, of course, I would just like to see them maybe talk about it a bit earlier. Or like just, I mean, not to talk about it earlier, but just give us more information when the next balance patch, what they're thinking about, when the next balance patch is supposed to happen. It just doesn't really, fit. Like, we just never know. We never know when the balance patch is supposed to happen. I think they should say, like, next or 2 weeks, we're going to look at the balance patch. It's going to be a certain Pokemon changed, and that's it. That's fine, right? Just knowing that there's going to be something. Because currently, we just have no idea. We're sitting on this Mewtwo Y meta for so long now that we have no idea, really, what is going on. Next up, I think, is monetization. I think monetization Unite is also pretty bad. On my wishlist is just making HoloBear more affordable, right? $40 for a skin, especially when everything is just getting so expensive in general for a video game skin is just way too much. Like, dressing up your Pokemon for 40 euros is just not reasonable. Really is not. They should start considering doing something else with that. It is not... It's just not... I'm someone who buys a lot of skins in other games, like in League of Legends. I used to buy a lot of skins, but they were affordable and they were good quality. In Unite, it's just not the opposite. It's the completely opposite. The only thing that's really worth buying is a battle pass, right? Another wish list. I wish we had more maps in Ranked. Having more maps in Ranked would be awesome. What I really like is like design where we have generation themed maps. We have like a Gen 1 themed map, a Gen 2 themed map, and then either it's like a weekly rotation or there's like 3 or 4 maps in the same map pool and you just get one of them after another, right? I think would also be quite amazing to make the game much more or much less repetitive, right? If you always play a different map, maybe by week or something, like in this week it's Gen 1 map, and the next week it's, you know, Thea Sky Runes again or something, and then it's the Gen 3 map, just having a bit more when it comes to, you know, gameplay. Would be quite nice as well. These are a few things that would really like to be part of Unite, or that I would, you know, consider adding to the game. But in general, I mean, it's a great game, right? Like, the base of this game is absolutely amazing, and it's just so sad how it's just being completely mismanaged right now, without any communication whatsoever. I mean, I don't want to turn this into a rant video. It's more like something I wish for. Another big wish I have for gameplay is I hate Rayquaza last hitting. Since the start of this game, I hate how Rayquaza has been, or like Zapdos, right, has always been last hit based. What I would like to have is like a circle after you kill Rayquaza, or a Jalecki, or the bottom Reggie. There's a circle spawning, just like capture the point, where both teams have to stand on the point and capture it, and whichever team is the last one standing on this point, they actually get the effect. I think that would also be quite amazing, and it would get rid of these bush campers, right? They just wait for Rayquaza to go down and just do nothing, absolutely nothing until, you know, they just wait in tall grass. So I think it would also incentivize people to go for more defender, because you actually need defender to maybe fight for the points or for the spot, right? So I think it would be quite amazing if that's something. But it's more like a gameplay thing. My main wishlist is pretty much just ranked. Like, ranked and more communication. Those are the two main things that I really want. Monetization is afterwards. Like, I want to spend money on skins. Like, I want them to give money for skins or for HoloWare. But I feel like I'm just not allowed to, because I'm not someone who's going to spend 40 euros on a HoloWare. I'm just not gonna. It just doesn't feel good. It's way too overpriced. There's so many more things I would rather buy with those 40. For 15, I think 15 would be my upper limit. If like the Ninetales or the Machamp skins would be at 15, I would be fine spending that. I think skins should be between 5 and 15 in general. One more wish list is the emblem system. I wish the emblem system would be a crafting system. The emblems. So that you can disenchant copies, right? If you have a duplicate golden one or duplicate bronze one, you can disenchant them. You get like some dust or something, like there's in card games, for anyone who played Hearthstone or something. And if you like disenchant a golden one, you can craft a bronze one for it. I think that would be a fine trade. Would also be another gold thing if they make it like 100 gold for you to disenchant or, you know, craft something again. But you should have access to every single emblem. Very straightforward, right? Every single emblem should be there, and you should be able to craft them. So disenchant crafting system for emblems will also be amazing. And my last wish list is, if you don't get draft, I want to see the enemy team comp for 20 seconds before loading into the game. I want to see what my opponents have, so I can adjust my item, especially with like the curse item now, with battle items, full heal eject button. I really want to see what my opponents have for Pokemon, so I can adjust my items for like 20 seconds, just show us what both teams have, and then allow us to adjust. I think that would also be absolutely amazing, especially with items like a Sword Vest, the curse items, and your battle items, and you really should be able to see your opponents and adjust your build towards them. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me me know in the comments what you think or what your biggest wish for Unite is. I think that's pretty much what I wanted to go through. Hopefully I didn't forget one of my wishes, but those were the main ones. Yeah, let me know in the comments what your biggest wish for Unite is. I'm pretty sure all of you are going to say ranked mode as well. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. Bye guys!